Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Nick with Pick MMA, guys. We're gonna be doing a full card breakdown for UFC Vegas 94. It's this card taking place in Dana Dungeon in the Apex. So I know you guys are just as excited as I am for this card. We got another WMA main event this week. Jandiroba taking on Miranda Lemos. Should be probably a better matchup than last week because Lemos is a finisher. Jandiroba is mostly a grappler, whereas Lemos mostly strikers. So it should be probably a better main event than last week. I got some better hopes for this fight to be more entertaining than last week. So let's see how this one goes. In the co-main event, we got Brad Torres taking on the Iron Turtle. Jeong Park, that should be a good matchup. Also, we got Steve Garcia. I don't know why they keep putting Steve Garcia in the Apex for some reason. They should probably put this guy on a pay-per-view card. I mean, put him on the prelims on a pay-per-view. Like, I think he's earned his freedom at this point to leave the Apex because he's a really entertaining fighter. So I'm happy they put him on the main card. But yeah, they probably shouldn't be putting him in Apex at all. I mean, he's one of those fighters that should never be fighting in the Apex. His fighting style is really entertaining to watch, and I'm really excited. This is probably gonna be the best fight on the card. Sangwoo Choi versus Steve Garcia. I think this is gonna be the most entertaining fight, just like last week, Silva versus Dober. I don't know why that wasn't the co-main event of the evening, and that was the fight of the night. That was crazy fight of the night, man. Silva looked really good out there against Dober. And we also got Holobaugh taking Kaynan Kruschewsky, who's coming off his TKO loss in his UFC debut to Aldous Brenner. We also got Cody Durden fighting in this card, taking Bruno Silva, who hasn't fought in a bit, coming back after a layoff. We got Choi versus Bill Algeo. Choi is one of the most entertaining fighters to watch, man. I like watching this guy. I'm happy he's coming back now, finally. For I think he might have got robbed in that Kyle Nelson fight. That was he should have gotten out by the judges there, but they gave it to Kyle Nelson, and that was a crazy fight. I mean, his fight with Cup Swanson was one of the best fights in UFC ever. We also got the undefeated prospect Hyder Amil taking on Young Park, Young Lee. I mean, there's so many Asian fighters in this card that I'm messing up the names. Miranda Maverick taking on Dione Barbosa should be a good matchup. Loik Radzhabov taking on Trey Ogden. I mean, we got Mohammed Usman taking on Thomas Petersen. Let's start with the early fight, guys. Let's go, guys. First fight on the card is gonna be Mohammed Usman taking on Thomas Petersen, and I am gonna pick Mohammed Usman here. I think he's gonna be more athletic. He's gonna have the better wrestling. I don't know if he has a better control. Like he's pretty heavy on top. Like I think he's gonna be able to control Thomas Petersen. Thomas Petersen is most of his wins are over guys of like way undersized for the heavyweight weight class. So I don't know if he's gonna be able to do that to Muhammad Usman here. Muhammad Usman, I mean, he lost to Mick Perkins. I did pick Mick Perkins there, but he had some good moments in the first round. I think he rocked Mick Perkins in the first round with the overhand right. But then Mick Perkins won the second round with those. He was able to be the better point fighter out there. Land some leg kicks, land some punches. In the second, third round. But Mahmoud Usman, like he just didn't shoot takedowns in that fight, which is really weird. Like that, the fact that he wasn't shooting takedowns in that fight at all, which is like I don't think people expected him not to shoot takedowns in that fight. So hopefully he shoots takedowns here. I want to see him shoot takedowns here. I think it'd be good for him if he gets takedowns on Thomas Petersen. Petersen can get taken on even though he's a wrestler. That's what his base is wrestling. But yeah, I'm gonna pick Mahmoud Usman here. Very low confidence pick. As a favorite, this should be probably -110. But I do think Mahmoud Usman, training with Kamaru Usman, they're probably gonna have a good game plan from him here. He's got a couple of wins in UFC. I mean, win over Jay Collier. His striking looked better in the Jay Collier fight. Was able to grapple Junior Tafa, mostly just control, wasn't really landing any damage. So he's a guy that's gonna just hold you down, not really go for ground and pound or trying to get a finish when he has you on the ground. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Muhammad Usman by I'll go by Muhammad Usman by decision. I think he gets this one by decision. The odds for this one, I mean, Muhammad Usman Mosman is a do we have lines for this one? We should have lines for this one, right? Muhammad Usman, okay, it's -155 right now. I think it goes over 2.5 rounds. I don't know if I see him knocking out Thomas Peterson's pretty tough. He has been knocked out by Cortez Acosta in LFA, so um yeah, I mean he's not a bad wrestler, so maybe he can get this one done. He's 29 years old, but He looked pretty terrible against Jamal Pokes. His cardio looked pretty terrible. His striking looked pretty mid. I just think that Usman can be the more athletic guy here. Next fight on the card is going to be Luana Carolina taking on Lucie Pudilová. Give me Luana Carolina as underdog here. Um, I think she can get this one done. I think she's going to get taken down. Her taking defense is pretty suspect. But if Pudilová can't get a submission off or can't hold her down for all 3 rounds, I could see Luana Carolina getting this one done. Maybe like just outpointing her. I think she's gonna outpoint her. I don't really see her finishing Pudilová. Pudilová has really good durability. I think she won that fight over Edwards. I mean, that was kind of robbery. I mean, I don't know how they scored for Edwards. Probably because Edwards was being more busy in the feet, and like just Lucie Pudilová wasn't really doing anything when the fight was standing up. But she got takedowns on Edwards every round. I mean, as he was controlling her. So if she can do that to Carolina, maybe she can win. But I have a feeling Carolina's gonna be able to just to stay busy. She fights like one of those guys like Ricky Tercios or Victor Altamirano. Like they just have no power, but they're like constantly just stay on you with the pressure and land a ton of output out there. And I think she's gonna be able to do that here. Give me Luana Carolina as a slight underdog right now. Minus plus 105 right now. I don't think that's terrible for underdog on this card. Luana Carolina by via decision. I think the overs are pretty safe here. Next fight on the card is gonna be Loik Radzhabov taking on Trey Ogden. I am gonna pick Loik Radzhabov here with low confidence. Trey Ogden is pretty good, man. We took him over Holobaugh, and he looked pretty good. I mean, he was able to use his wrestling and just control Holobaugh every round. I mean, just lay on top of him. It was a lay and pray, really boring to watch. But he did what he needed to do to get that one done, right? So he's got really good wrestling, really good top pressure. But I don't know, Rajabab hits pretty hard, man. He's got some crazy powers. So I don't know if I don't know if Tracton's gonna be able to do this for all 3 rounds without getting clipped with something. Maybe his durability is pretty solid, man. He should be on a 2-5 win streak right now. He was dominating Nicholas Mota in that fight. He was definitely dominating Nicholas Mota. Had him in a submission attempt, and the referee stopped it early, so they called it a premature stoppage. Yeah, he was on his way to winning that fight. So this you can make this fight really close. I mean, this could be a close fight because look, Rajabab, his last fight. I mean, he won the first round against Alsavadi, and he was losing the second. And he got taken on by Alsavadi. Third round, he was able to catch him with the overhand right, knock him out. I mean, it was a pretty vicious KO. And also Vadi, I mean, not only a proven guy in the UFC, but was able to get a win on Contender Series as a big underdog. So there's some hype on also Vadi. I picked also Vadi there. I thought he could maybe out cardio Loik Radzhabov. Loik Radzhabov, I mean, he was able to take down Esteban Ribovics like 6-7 times. So he's a good wrestler. He's pretty physically strong for the weight class. And his only loss was Matus Rebeski in the UFC. So Matus Rebeski was able to land those leg kicks, which I don't think Tracton's going to bring the same game plan here. Ogden, sometimes the striking looks really good. I mean, that Danny and Joe Hooper fight, the striking was looking really good. He looked like a high level striker out there. He was just able to outpoint Joe Hooper. That was Joe Hooper's debut, so maybe he had some nervous energy coming in. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Loik Raju. I think Loik Raju can get this one done by decision. I don't know if I see the KO. I mean, he's a finisher. I mean, he's got a couple of finishes though, but Trey Ogden's pretty tough and durable. I think Rajabab can land the bigger shots out there. But I don't know if Ogden's gonna just control him for all 3 rounds. I'm gonna pick Radzhabov. Minus 142 for Radzhabov. Yeah, I don't know. This could be a really close fight, man. Money's coming in Trey Ogden for sure, but I'm gonna pick Radzhabov here by decision. Next fight on the card is gonna be Miranda Maverick taking on Dione Barbosa. Give me Miranda Maverick, but this is another low confidence pick because Dione Barbosa is pretty physically strong. Steve was close to getting that submission off on Ernesta Kruschewsky in that first round. Hyder by submission there. So I was like, that was pretty close getting the submission. It was like fully locked in, rear naked choke. But Ernesta was just one of those girls that knows how to fight submissions off, and she was able to get out of the submission temp and that fight was really close. I mean, that was up in the air. That was in Brazil. Maybe they would have given that to Ernesta Kruschewsky. Dione Barbosa did drop her with a spinning back fist in the second one. I think that's why they gave it. The judges gave it to her. Gave it the unanimous decision there. But it was a really close fight. She was getting outstruck on volume. But she's pretty physically strong though. She's 32 years old. She's gonna be the bigger girl here in this fight. But I do favor Miranda Maverick. She's got really good wrestling herself. I think she's gonna be the better point fighter here. She's gonna have more volume, and also I think Miranda Maverick is gonna have the better gas tank, and that's why I'm gonna lean towards Maverick here. She's supposed to fight Tracy Cortez, but Tracy Cortez took that opportunity against Rose Namajunas last week, so now Dione Barbosa taking this fight on short notice. So I think it's going to be a good fight. I'm going to pick Maverick by a close 29-28 decision. I think it goes over 2.5 rounds. I think it goes the distance. Barbosa can make this a scrap though, because he's pretty physically strong. So he'll get some takedowns maybe in Maverick. We have, I mean, Jasmine Jaswis is pretty good. I mean, she proved me wrong against Fatima Khan. I thought Fatima Khan could be that girl. I think Fatima Khan is pretty good, but Jasmine dominated that fight. So losing Jasmine Jaswis, she just got outstruck in that fight. Wasn't really getting taken on. I don't know if she was getting taken on there, but she was getting outstruck at with the pace and pressure from Jasmine Jaswis. Is pretty big, one of the biggest 125ers out there at 125. So she's able to use that size and physicality in that Maverick fight. Maybe Barbosa can use the physicality too. She's pretty big for the weight class. But I am gonna pick Maverick, the girl that has a better cardio, better gas tank. I think it goes a distance either way, and this fight goes a distance either way. Maverick minus 218. I think it goes over. I think the over is probably more safe here. I don't see Maverick just finishing her. Next fight on the card is gonna be Brian Kelleher taking on Cody Gibson. Oh man, this is a tough fight to make a pick on. I feel like who knows what's gonna happen here. Like these guys are so unreliable. Brian Kelleher, like losing to Cody Garbrandt, I mean, no shame there. I mean, losing Cody Garbrandt, I mean, it is what it is, right? The way he got knocked out was pretty vicious, though. He's a guy known for his guillotine chokes when you shoot a takedown on him. I'll give him a break from Mario Batista. Losing Mario Batista, no shame. Losing to Usman Nurmagomedov, no shame, right? Like this is you can't even like give him like you can't even blame him for losing to those two guys. I think both those guys beat the brakes of Cody Gibson too. I mean, Cody Gibson lost to Mal Jones. The striking looks so bad in that fight. I mean, Mal Jones was constantly pressuring him, taking him down. I mean, just it was a really weird fight. I picked Mal Jones there, but it was like a really, really weird fight, and his striking just looked non-existent there. And losing Brackatona, I mean, that was a really good fight. That was the fight of the night on that card, and yeah, I don't know. This is a tough fight to call, man. I mean, they're both like over 35 years old fighting at bantamweight, so that's never a good sign. But I do think Cody Gibson can be more busy out there with the volume. Not a fight I would tell you guys to go throw your money on. Um, I would just sit back and watch this fight, see what happens. I mean, I'm gonna pick Gibson. We I don't know. Does he get the KO? Like it's like Keller's pretty tough. I mean, but he's getting finished out there. I don't know. I think this fight goes a distance. I don't think either one of them has crazy finishing ability. Even though Kelleher has some submission ability, Gibson has some like he's not really like crazy finisher though. Like at the highest level, he's only got one KO. I mean, he's 1-5, and we got a couple of fighters fighting on this card that are like 1-5. Give me Cody Gibson. But it says the line's crazy. I don't know how he's minus 230 here, like a minus whatever line he's at right now. Minus 238. I don't know how he's this wide. This is a stay away from for me here. But I'm gonna pick the guy that's like probably just a bit better striker, has more volume. He threw a lot of volume in that back Katona fight, but Katona has a crazy chin on him. I don't think Kelleher chin is that good. Kelleher will throw some leg kicks. He was landing some leg kicks in that Cody Garbrandt fight, but his boxing just looks non-existent. He's definitely got some power. I mean, that's what they call him, the Boom Kelleher, Brian Boom Kelleher, because he's got some power. But I don't know if I just see him knocking out Gibson. Gibson's pretty durable. Next fight on the card is gonna be Hyder and Amil taking on Jeong Lee. So I did play some action at Hyder and Amil. The line was way too wide. Opening line, it was like I got him at plus 220, and now the lines actually came down a bit. This could be a good fight, man. I do think the Lee is the better technical striker here. I think he's got probably the better gas tank also. Also been fighting the better guys out there. I mean, like Giza is pretty good. He's fighting on the road to UFC. I mean, like so he's fought some pretty good guys on those Asian prospects on the road to UFC. He's only 20 years old. Amil is 34, I mean, and is fighting in his second UFC fight now. In the UFC, I mean, his fight contender series, and that was a really back and forth fight. He was mixing takedowns in that fight. They were like taking each other down. I mean, it was a crazy fight there. And obviously, he was able to get the KO over Fernie Garcia. But Fernie Garcia was landing some punches on him also. But we know Amil is tough. He's got a good chin on him. So I liked the value on him earlier. Then I watched more tape on him, and like I don't know. I think like probably like he wins this fight maybe like 4 out of 10 times maybe like um Lee is gonna be the better technical striker here. I think he's probably gonna have the better gas tank. I'm gonna have to lean towards Lee as a pick, but the line was way too wide. I mean, opening line was way too wide. He was getting taken on in that Iza fight. I mean, Iza. So that first round, I mean, he got taken down and he was able to he landed up kick on Iza, I think, off his back, and the referee stood him back up, and the referee didn't put him back in the same position after he stood him back up for a timeout. So that kind of like he was able to get ahead on the volume on the feet there. Hamil does have more power, I feel like. He's definitely got more power. I mean, he hits harder, I think. But I'm gonna have to lean towards Lee as a pick. But I think it's probably Dogger Pass still, even at this point. I mean, Dogger Pass betting wise. Let's see what the line is right now. Line for this one is let's see. Do we have lines? We should have lines here. I think the lines actually came down, right? On yeah, there he is. Plus 154 on Hyder and Mill. And minus 192 on Li Jingliang. I don't know. I think Amil can probably win this fight more often, right? Like, you know what? I'm just gonna pick Amil, man. Whatever. Like, we'll roll with Amil. I mean, I have a feeling he's gonna get this one done. I mean, he's probably gonna be mixing some takedowns here. If this stays standing for all 3 rounds, I mean, it's probably gonna be a close. Lee's probably gonna get head on volume. I feel like he's the better technical striker. He's gonna be landing more volume out there. He throws a lot of kicks and stuff also. So he was throwing some flying knees in that Blake Builder fight. Blake Builder is kind of mid. I mean, I don't really think too highly of Blake Builder. Give me a meal. We'll go a meal as a pick. Also, I'm gonna take Hyder Mill. I don't think it's a bad underdog to bet on this card. Next fight on the card, I think Amil probably by close decision. I mean, at least pretty durable. I think this fight probably goes longer. All right, guys. Next fight on the card is gonna be Doo Choi taking on Bill Algeo. Bro, Doo Choi is one of the most entertaining fighters to watch. I mean, I had fun watching a running tape on this guy. He hasn't fought in a while. I mean, he's only got like one fight in the last 5 years, which is not a good sign. But he's a good striker. I mean, he comes to the fight each and every time. Like he's willing to take chances out there. He's willing to stand and bang, and obviously it hasn't worked out for him a couple of these fights. I mean, that Cup Swanson fight is in the Hall of Fame for a reason. I mean, you got to go back and watch that fight. Bill Algeo, man, like getting KO'd, like he was getting hurt badly, but everything Nelson was landing on him. I mean, Nelson's really good, I guess. He's proven me wrong. I mean, I picked Algeo to beat Nelson, and Nelson is underrated as hell. So losing Nelson, I mean, no shame, I guess, but his best win is Brito. I mean, he was able to beat Brito because Brito was trying to just wrestle him down for all 3 rounds, and he gassed out, trying to take him down every round. This is a tough one, man. Normally, I don't pick guys that are like coming back after like or barely fighting out there. He's only got like 5 fights in the 80 years. I mean, that's never a good sign. But obviously, I think he had to do mandatory military service out there in South Korea, so probably because of that, he hasn't been that active. But I'm gonna give me the underdog Doo Choi. I'm gonna go with the underdog Doo Choi, but he's kind of chinny. He's gonna put himself in risk. But Algeo hasn't really shown a lot of power out there. I mean, I think he was able to drop TJ Brown with something crazy and then submit him. TJ Brown's like, I don't think with the UFC anymore. He's like super. He gasses out every fight. And I think Doo Choi should have probably got the nod by the judges there. It was a really close fight, and I thought Choi did enough to win that fight. Give me Doo Choi as underdog here. I'm gonna pick Doo Choi. Low confidence pick. I haven't bet him yet. What's the line on Doo Choi? Doo Choi plus 145 for Doo Choi. Give me Doo Choi to win. But does he get the KO? I'll go by decision. I mean, I don't know. He might get the KO though. But I don't know. Just take the money line if you're gonna bet on it. Algeo's okay. I mean, he's a technical striker. Like, has really good karate stance, striking style. But you know, if he mixes in takedowns, he's probably gonna win this fight. He's got to mix in takedowns here. But who knows if he's gonna wrestle here? Sometimes he's okay just striking at distance. Yeah, I'm gonna go Duho Choi by I'm gonna pick Duho Choi here as underdog plus 145 underdog right now for Duho Choi. Next fight on the card is gonna be Cody Durden taking on Bruno Silva. Give me Cody Durden to wrestle Bruno Silva, but Bruno Silva is dangerous, man. He's got some knockdown power. He's got some submission ability. But yeah, I'm gonna pick Cody Durden here. I think Cody Durden can get this one done by just outpacing him, taking him down. I mean, I've picked Durden his last 3 fights. I picked him over Tagir. You guys know I don't really rate Tagir all that much. I think Tagir is pretty good, but I'm just not a fan of Tagir. But he in that first fight, I mean, striking was competitive against Tagir in that first fight. And obviously, Takir was interlocking his toes in the fence when he's trying to submit him. I mean, the referee just didn't like give him a warning for that. But he did get subbed in that fight. Jake Hadley, I picked him over Jake Hadley. Just wrestling him. He was able to wrestle Jake Hadley. He was a pretty good wrestler. I mean, pretty good grappler. I mean, and he was able to take down Charles Johnson like 11 times. So like he's clearly got really good wrestling, really good cardio, and trains our American top team. I'm gonna go with Durden here. I think Durden can get this one done. But he's gotta stay safe from the submissions of Bruno Silva. And this is a good matchup for Durden. I think he just has to watch out for the submission skills of Bruno Silva, and I think Durden can get this one done. Give me Durden by decision. I'm gonna go Durden by decision here. Silva's clearly dangerous, so Durden's gotta watch out. But I think Durden's gonna get this one done. Durden is a minus 125 to Durden. There's clearly been money coming to Bruno Silva here. Bruno Silva did knock down Tyson Nam and then submit him, right? So the guy's definitely got some power. I think Durden's boxing is good enough to hang on the feet here and then just mix some takedowns and I think he's got the better gas tank also. I'm gonna go with Durden via decision here. Next fight on the card is gonna be Holobaugh taking on Kaynan Kruschewsky. Damn, man, this is another tough fight to call, man. This whole card, I think, is pretty tough to make picks on. Um, yeah, this is just another tough one. It's horrible. Like, I don't really think too highly of him. He does have the better wins. I mean, he's fought the better competition clearly in the UFC. I mean, he's losing to guys like Thiago Moises, Shane Burgos. I mean, Honey Barcelo. I mean, Magomed Dresul, who was pretty good. I was like 5-1 in the UFC back then. Like, not in UFC, I mean Bellator, 5-0 in Bellator. So he's not losing to bums out there. He's like throughout there, he's fought the way better competition also. Beat Austin Herbert, submitting Austin Herbert. I mean, so like he's definitely dangerous. Wasn't looking terrible on the feet. He's got some striking. Kaynan Kruschewsky, I mean, he's dangerous. Like he's the guy that's gonna take a lot of risk out there on the feet and go for a knockout. Holobaugh is like not really a guy that's getting chinned. I mean, he's only been knocked out one time, right? And the only guy that knocked him out was Honey Barcelos. I mean, Honey Barcelos high level, been in the UFC for a minute. Kaynan Kruschewsky is not really proven. I mean, he's fighting at a Jungle Fight League. I mean, he's 33 years old. So it's not like he's in his late 20s or anything like in his prime. I mean, he's still probably in his prime right now, but I don't know. I mean, Dylan Montello, like that was a nice submission. He was able to hurt him on the feet and get that submission ready to choke. I don't know if he's gonna submit Kurt Holobaugh here. I don't know if I see him submitting Kurt Holobaugh. Obviously, he took that Brenner fight on short notice. And Brenner was able to catch him on the side of the dome and knock him out with overhand left. That was a pretty vicious KO. He's taken at least 8 months off, which is a good sign for him. I don't know. I watched some fights back, and this is still a tough fight to make a pick on. But I'm gonna go with the. I'm gonna go with. Oh man, yeah, bro. Like Kurt Holobaugh, like he's got some knockout power. I'm gonna go with Kurt Holobaugh. You know what? I'm gonna go with underdog. This is like Kaynan's not really proven to be 155 yet in DFC over a guy like Kurt Holobaugh, but Kurt Holobaugh is like at least he's got some like high level experience where he's been fighting way better guys out there. And yeah, I don't know. This is just like super low confidence in Kurt Holobaugh here. But give me Kurt Holobaugh by maybe submission or something like that. Um, Holobaugh is a plus. I think he's definitely underdog. I think I'm picking a couple underdogs in this card. Plus 120 for Holobaugh. Give me Holobaugh to get it done. I don't know how he wins. Probably by decision or maybe by submission. Maybe by KO. I mean, Kaynan has been KO'd a couple of times, right? So Holobaugh's not really crazy. Like, he's got some power on the feet, he's got some staying, but hasn't really been out there knocking anyone out recently. He's only got one win at the highest level. Like, he's barely winning these other. Like, he's got some wins in exhibition MMA over Jason Knight. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go with Holobaugh, but low confidence. Next fight on the card is gonna be Steve Garcia taking on Sung-Woo Choi. Give me Steve Garcia here. I do like Steve Garcia here. Sung-Woo Choi is a pretty fun guy to watch. I mean, he's kind of chinny. He's been dropped in his last 4 fights. I mean, he was even dropped in that Jordan Aaron's fight. And he was able to rally back and mix some takedowns and land some nice body shots on Jordan Aaron's. It's pretty decent. I mean, Jordan Aaron's is not horrible. But I don't think Aaron's has crazy power like Steve Garcia. And just like Steve Garcia is kind of chinny. So like you gotta be careful. Like I do like Steve Garcia here. I like the way he goes out there and brings it every time. He's a really fun guy to watch. Obviously, he made the mistake of just walking forward with the chin up in the air, and he got knocked out by Masarte. Nerden Becky was able to drop him also with the right hand, I think, catch him. And he was able to recover and come back and get that comeback from hand victory there. Knock out Nerden Becky with an uppercut to the body. I mean, that was nasty. Then Costa, I mean, he brutalized Costa. I mean, that was a vicious KO by Steve Garcia. He had Melcozo Costa wrestling the referee afterwards. It was so brutal. Give me Steve Garcia by KO. I think Steve Garcia gets it done. Sung-Woo Choi's got some power also, so this is gonna be a good fight, man. Sung-Woo Choi, I mean, has a knockout win over Julian Rosa, which looks good for him now. I mean, Julian Rosa is pretty underrated. Is obviously kind of chinny, but like still winning right now. He's on a 2-5 win streak right now. Rosa is, yeah. Give me Steve Garcia by KO, but this is gonna be a tough fight, man. I think the lines are close for a reason. Looking back on it, I was like way more confident on Steve Garcia earlier, but I think this if they start trading in the pocket, like they go punch for punch, I think Steve Garcia probably can recover better than Sung-Woo Choi. Give me Garcia to get it done. Minus 130 for Garcia. I don't think it's terrible. Straight money in play on Garcia. I don't think it's terrible. Yeah, give me Steve Garcia to win by KO. Next fight on the, I think it's gonna go under 2.5 rounds. I think the under 2.5 is pretty safe. Yeah, that one under 2.5 is a good parlay piece, I think. Next fight on the card is gonna be Brad Tavares taking on Jeong Park. Give me Jeong Park here to get it done. I think Tavares is pretty washed at this point. Yeah, give me Jeong Park to get this one done. I'll go Jeong Park by does he get a finish? I mean, does he get the submission? I think this isn't. I mean, like, my bad. I think this isn't. I mean, this guy's pretty tough though, so I don't know if he's gonna get the finish. Jeong Park striking is good. I like his striking. I mean, he's pretty quick on the feet. He's not really out there fighting the highest level competition. I mean, Tavares has obviously fought the way better competition out there. He put up a really good fight in the Dricus Duplessis fight, and obviously got knocked out with Bruno Silva. I picked Bruno Silva there as underdog, and then he was able to go out there beat Weidman. I think I picked Weidman there maybe. Like, so I don't really. I think Tavares is not his prime right now, and that was a pretty terrible fight. I had the over 2.5 there because I didn't think he was gonna finish Weidman. He probably should have finished Weidman. If he was in his prime, he would have finished Weidman. I think at this point. Then obviously he got brutalized by Gregory Rodriguez. It was a third round TKO doctor's like referee stoppage. It wasn't like a one punch KO, but it was like a accumulation of punches by RoboCop. Give me a Jeong Park to get this one done. I think I don't know. I'll go by. I don't know if he's gonna submit. Tavares is like isn't really out there getting submitted. So I don't know. I think it. Oh man, how's he gonna get this one done? I'll go with decision for Jeong Park. Torres' durability is still pretty solid. I mean, maybe Jeong Park can. Jeong Park has a really good jab, so he probably can sting him with the jab and then maybe mix in a takedown or something and wrestle him. But Torres' takedown defense is pretty high level still. I'll go Jeong Park by decision. I think I'll strike him maybe for all 3 rounds, maybe mix in some takedowns and I'll grapple him. Give me Jeong Park via decision. Jeong Park minus 180. Damn, that line is wide as hell. Yeah, I don't know if I'll get there. I had him as a lock of the week over Andre Moniz, and I probably should have. Like, I don't know. He got taken on 11 times in that fight, which is never good. Like getting taken on by 11 times again by Moniz. Moniz is a good wrestler. I mean, but like good grappler. I mean, has a good BJJ, but 11 takedowns is never a good sign when you get taken on 11 times. But at least he was able to get up every time, and he like. Yeah, he was making money's work for those takedowns though, but and he was the only one doing damage in that fight. So he could be like if they win with damage scoring on that fight, he could be like 5-0 his last 5 fights right now. So I'm gonna pick Jeong Park by submission or decision here. Next fight on the card is gonna be Werner Jandiroba taking Amanda Lemos. Man, this is a tough another tough women's fight to make a pick on. I've been fading Werner Jandiroba, and obviously it's not been working out for me. And Lemos, I picked over Marina Mackenzie Dern. I mean, she's close to knocking out Mackenzie Dern. Um, like the second on that, they should have probably stopped that fight. I mean, they let it go on, but Dern was close. Like she's covering up. I mean, this is almost over, but the referee let it go on, and obviously Dern was able to get some takedowns later and make the fight kind of close. But it was the right score because I mean they gave it to Lemos. Obviously, like got a Russell by Wei Lee, Jang Wei Lee. Jang Wei Lee is a beast. I mean, no shame losing Jang Wei Lee. Marina Rodriguez. I mean, she put it on Marina Rodriguez. Kind of early stoppage. I mean, it was like a standing TKO. I did pick her over Marina Rodriguez there as a pretty big underdog. So Watterson, like Lemos is pretty dangerous. I mean, like knocking out Watterson, like submitting Watterson. I mean, Watterson's retired at this point. I mean, so see who did get stopped by Jessica Andrade. Thing about Jessica Andrade is she's got better striking and more power than Jandiroba, but I am gonna lean towards Vernon Jandiroba here. If Lemos doesn't knock her out early, which I mean, no one's really knocked out Jandiroba yet. I mean, she was close to getting TKO'd via by Marina Rodriguez in the third round because she was tired, man. So either way, I think this is probably gonna be a finish here. I don't know, if, like Lemos. I mean, 5 rounds with the with Jang Wei, so she had some good moments in the fourth round. I mean, she was landing some punches on Jang Wei, but Jang Wei has a really good chin on her. I'm gonna pick Jandiroba by decision or submission. Lemos is pretty tough though. Like she's only been stopped like one time, and it was by Andrade. It was like a standing ninja choke, I think. A standing arm triangle, I guess. Give me Jandiroba by decision, maybe by submission. I mean, so it could be. So you can maybe find a finish later. So you got really high level grappling, really good jiu-jitsu, really good control. Her striking is pretty terrible though. Like so, Lemos can probably land the better shots out there, maybe rock or maybe hurt her. But I am gonna lean towards the better grappler with better cardio. I mean, I think she's got better cardio than Lemos. Lemos, even in the Angela Hill fight, I mean, she was up to knock down Angela Hill. Then she just gassed out after that. Like it's like that's the thing about her though. But she does have wins over like um Mijuki, who's pretty good. I think pretty good Asian fighter. I mean, Asian prospect. I mean, they both have wins over Mijuki, wins over Angela. Like, does he beat Angela Hill? I thought he probably lost that fight. I mean, that was kind of a gifted. This is another thing. I honestly lost. I still think she lost that fight. I don't know if they gave it to her there. But yeah, so her only two losses are just Condra's and Jang Wei. So this is gonna be a tough test for Jandiroba. She wins this fight, she's probably gonna be next for the title. There's not really a lot of other prospects at 115 that are like in line for the title against Wei Li. So Jandiroba can be that girl. I mean, it's gonna be a tough matchup for her. She gets this one done. I'm gonna lean for Jandiroba to get it done by maybe submission, maybe decision. I don't know. So there you go, guys. Those are my full card breakdowns for UFC Fight Night Lemos versus Jandiroba. I hope you guys enjoy the full card breakdown. Make sure you guys smash the like button on the video. Also, if you guys want to support the channel, you can become a member on the channel. You get some live stream perks. You get to see my best that I'm placing every week. And appreciate you guys watching as always. And I'll see you guys next one, man. Take it easy. Hope you guys have a beautiful week. And I'll be live throughout the week. I mean, I go live like every 2 days throughout the week. So if you guys wanna chill live streams, just kick back and talk about MMA, like I'm your guy for that. So I'll see you guys next one later.